Everybody, this is Larry from CR Rides, jokingly CR Rides East. I actually live in Utah, and Dan's out here in Eugene, Oregon. Thank you so much for watching the videos that we put together from CR Rides and subscribing to the channel. It is very nice to be able to share these with you. So what I'm going to do today is give a little bit of background on the Willys. I actually saw this pickup on YouTube about 7-8 years ago, and it was out in Missouri. So yeah, I've always been interested in them, and I have a really nice little 33 Ford 5-window coupe that Dan and I built. We're going to do some videos of that a little bit later, but today I want to just kind of give you some background on this pickup. So I actually was searching on the internet and found this truck in southern Utah, which was close enough for me to drive down and take a look at it. Like all things, it was a rough truck, but it was all there. In the fact that it was all steel and it had a title. So I bought the truck, and knowing that I was going to channel it down on an S10 frame. So it's got a 95 S10 frame that Dan has shortened up, and we've actually narrowed the back of the frame. The truck has been channeled down pretty significantly over the frame, and I'll show you that a little bit when we do a walk around. We're going to do a walk around. Actually built a motor for this. It's got an LS motor in it. I don't want a gasser. I just want a street vehicle, so it's got an LS motor, not a big one, automatic transmission. I'm running the stock S10 rear end. If I have any problems with it or it's not what I like, I have a narrowed 9-inch that I'll put under it, but right now it's just I think it'll be suitable for what I want to do. The truck itself has had a lot of work done to it. It was in pretty rough condition. I paid too much for it, like all things. When you find something you like, you pay up for it when you see it. If I hadn't have paid that much or paid for the truck, somebody else would have got it. So I've got it now. The good thing about it is that we've come a long ways, and so I'm going to do a little bit of a walk around. Have Sam do some video as I'm explaining. I'll start in the front and we'll work our way around to the back of the truck. All steel. We've dipped the fenders and the hood, built a new box, and I'll show you that. The cab we haven't done anything with yet, and we're going to, but I need to get the floors in it and get it strengthened up a little bit. I bought some replacement parts from Willys Replacement out of California. Got a new grill and headlights. And I do have some really cool chrome that goes on this. I'll show it to you. This is a nose piece that goes on the truck, stock nose piece. And then it's got a really cool Willys logo that goes on the front, like so. And so it'll look really nice when we get it all put together. Pitted chrome, so we're going to have to do some work on that to get it nice. I do have the chrome strips down the side, and they're really straight, really nice for the hood and the doors. I'm doing a little bit of work straightening those up, but all in all, I think they're really nice. So let's show you the motor that we've got in this. This is a mock-up motor. It's a S10. This is an aluminum block S10 that I use for a mock-up, but I have one that I've rebuilt, and it's a 4.8 liter with a 5.3 crank and rods, and I've got a SS Blazer fuel injection system on it. I'm going to run a remote water pump, so I don't have a lot of room to get a radiator and everything in it. Got rack and pinion steering. Have to clean the frame up. Once we get it where we want it, we'll pull the body off, go take it completely down, and clean the frame and get it painted and stuff. So walking down the side, we're going to go down the driver's side. Dan actually built the running boards for it. Roll the boards and stuff. We did use pieces off of the original boards, and so we could get a nice fit to the fenders. If we come back, we'll look in the cab a little bit, but if you see this part here of the truck bed, that's original. And we built this whole box, and we bought some stake pockets. These are actually 36 or 37 Chevy pickup truck pockets, very close to the original Willys. We're gonna go ahead and build a little finish on the bottom of them here. Steel fenders in pretty good shape, a little bit of dings in them. We'll get those straightened, but this box was amazing. Dan built. We rolled this, rolled the top on this, and that's a really clean, straight box. The other box, it would have taken so much work to straighten it out, and I'm not a body guy, and Dan is a sheet metal worker, so we got that done. It looks really nice. One of the things we did, I had Dan build this tailgate for me, and it's a double-walled tailgate. Looks really nice, but I had him cut an oval in it, and then we're gonna weld it up. I had to be really careful because this thing is so thin that it wants to warp. So we just have to be careful, but I had a laser cut Willys logo that's gonna fit right in this oval. So I think that'll look really nice. I've got a wire mesh, stainless wire mesh screen that'll bolt to that. I'm gonna paint the truck. I'm gonna do the whole truck in oxide red. Then I'll paint it hot rod black. And the idea is that I will probably do a little bit of scuffing with the SOS or a Scotch-Brite to bring a little bit of the color through, like a little bit of old school is what I'm looking for. I don't want to build a gasser. I just want a street truck. Got this piece of chrome from a friend of mine. I think it's some kind of a license plate surround, not real sure. I shaped it so that it would fit the roll pan that Dan built. Got old Willys coupe taillights in it. I think it fits really nice, a little bit of subtle rear end. I'm gonna go ahead and French in a license plate, but just barely. I'm not gonna do a big deep French in, probably maybe, I don't know, ½ inch or something like that, just to get a little break up the back end a little bit. If you look in the back of the truck, you can see where the original frame was out here. So we've narrowed it in so that I can put some bigger tubs in. We'll show you that on one of our other episodes, that we're gonna tub this, and then I'll put another floor in here. I wanna be able to lift this up so that I can get to the fuel tank. Got a new fuel tank in it for fuel injection systems, but I wanna be able to tip the floor in it. I'll have the battery in this area here. I've got a 4-link rear end, coilovers, sway bar and stuff on it. Dan built all of that. Really interesting when we did the frame, cut the frame off and then matched the two frames up together, blocked it all up and everything. He's got a level finder, and it'll tell you what degrees you're off. And we were dead on this truck. I've got a picture of it. I'll have to put it in the video so you can see it. Built the box anyway, as we said, and coming around to the passenger side. One of the things that we're going to do when we get to it, we're doing the floorboards now to strengthen up the cab. We had it braced, and we actually had to take some of those bracing out to get the floors in. But the doors really are nice, but they don't fit real nice. And so it never did. When I bought it originally, they weren't really nice fitting. So what we're going to do is we'll pull the hinges, the pins, and then I'll set the door in the frame. We'll tack it in. We'll re-drill the pins. Usually doesn't work very well, but we're going to try it. And if I can, we'll just use this re-drilled with a little bit bigger pin in it. If not, I'll get some more hinges. You can find them. They're not cheap, but I'll put some hinges on it so it opens and closes really nice. A little bit of rust in the bottom of the door. We're going to fix that. On the inside, you've seen the videos that we've done working on the floor. Tonight we're going to do some more work on it, and we're going to roll a pan from here down. I want it to come out with a slight roll. We'll do that, kind of finish up this portion in here, and then a little bit of where our feet fit in the footwell, finish that up. I had to cut the tongue a little bit to get the seat in. I originally had some bucket seats for it, but they just didn't fit. They're too wide. I couldn't find anything I liked, and so Dan had a Dodge van that I got a rear seat out of a Dodge van, and it fit really nice, a bench seat. And so I had my upholstery guy in Utah upholstery it up. I've got it out here now. It's a really nice leather seat we'll put in it, tuck and roll. But as you can see, I had to run the steering column down through the center of the dash. The truck was channeled so much that there's nothing else I could do. You couldn't get the column underneath the dash because there just wasn't any room. I like that, actually. It fits good, feels good. I'm going to run a handheld computer system with this LS motor. So I'll build a little bracket for that, and that's what I'll use for my instrument panel, but it'll have all of the, the temperature and RPMs, oil pressure, amps, all of those type of things on the handheld. So that'll be in the dash. We'll do that, a little bit of a modern touch. I'll get Samantha to come down here. You can see the frame, and you can see how far we've channeled it down over the truck. And it's a lot of, it fits nice. This truck is actually up on some car dollies right now, and but there is room as long as you don't hit big bumps or go over any curbs or that type of thing. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We took the window regulators out, and the windows did slide up and down, one-piece window. Cranks worked and everything. I took them out to lubricate them up, and we're going to replace the channel, the webbing in the doors, and all new glass in it. Again, you can go crazy with these things. I just want a streetable little pickup that I can run around. And so anyway, thanks for viewing our videos, and hope you will subscribe to see our rides. Appreciate it very much. We'll kind of keep you updated on what we're doing. I know Dan has got 2 or 3 videos about ready to go on the 56 gasser that he's building. And yeah, stay tuned. He's got a lot of rigs that he's working on, some really nice ones. We'll try to get videos out as quick as we can. We're not professional, but we have a professional video photographer working with us. So anyway, hope you like it, and stay tuned. More to come.